Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Ukraine says it has struck 5 ships carrying illegal cargo in the Sea of Azov and in coastal waters of Russian-occupied territories. The Ukrainian Drone Forces commander said the vessels were involved in stealing Ukrainian grain, as well as transferring military cargo and fuel. The strikes come as Russian President Vladimir Putin prepares to speak at a major economic event in St. Petersburg, and a day after Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky offered face-to-face talks with the Russian leader on ending the war. Meanwhile, Ukraine has confirmed one of its naval drones exploded off Romania's coast on Friday. No injuries were reported in the blast. China's President Xi Jinping will meet Kim Jong-un next week in a trip to North Korea in his first visit in nearly 7 years. Xi will be in North Korea from the 8th to the 9th of June at Kim's invitation. Xi last visited Pyongyang in 2019. The visit comes weeks after Xi received US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin in Beijing, two countries that loom large over Pyongyang's foreign policy. China is a key economic and political partner of North Korea, which faces sweeping international sanctions as a result of its nuclear weapons program and alleged human rights violations. Authorities say the ex-wife of a nephew of the ruler of Dubai has been taken into custody as a custody battle over their 3 young daughters deepens. Dubai Public Prosecution said Zainab Javadli was detained following a complaint made by the father of her 3 children, her former husband, Sheikh Saeed bin Maktoum bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Javadli's family and friends had lost contact with her since Tuesday night and had raised the alarm over her whereabouts. For months, she barely left the house as she believed security officers were waiting to take her children. That was after the children changed hands between their parents several times, with each accusing the other of kidnap. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor received an undisclosed rental income from subletting 3 cottages on the royal estate that he leased from the Crown Estate. That's according to the public spending watchdog. The National Audit Office report also revealed that the King pays the rent for accommodation in royal palaces for Mountbatten Windsor's daughters, Princess Eugenie and Beatrice, who are not working royals. It is the first report into royal residences in 20 years and shows Mountbatten Windsor and his family and staff had 12 properties owned by the Crown Estate or the royal household. US actor James Handy, known for his roles in films including Jumanji and Top Gun Maverick, has been stabbed to death at his home in Los Angeles, according to police. Handy, who was 81, was found unconscious in the front garden of his home in Tarzana in California, with several stab wounds to his chest. The Los Angeles Police Department said Michael Gledhill, the son of Handy's girlfriend, had been arrested on suspicion of murder. The world's coastal mangrove forests, which protect millions of people from storms and soak up vast amounts of planet-warming gases, are staging an unexpected comeback, according to scientists. For decades, these swampy trees had been declining rapidly as they were cleared for fish farms and housing. But a new study shows that since 2010, the world has been gaining more mangroves that it has been losing, driven by stronger legal protections and increased public awareness of their importance, sparked by disasters such as the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. The researchers say the key factor, though, is the remarkable capacity of these forests to regenerate naturally once humans stop chopping them down.
So some human activities are targeted on these precious ecosystems, like mangroves are along coastal region. So coastal region could be used for port construction, could be used for the agricultural ponds expansion, and also for some oil palm trees plantation. So for some economic targets, the mangroves are targeted by human activities for deforestation.
The future is uncertain for mangroves. They're still under threat in many parts of the world by human activity. So now we've got to build on this, right? We've shown that it works. And let's make sure that we're still having the same success story in 10, 20, 50 years.
And New York police are investigating videos showing unknown people entering and exiting the sewage system in the Bronx and Queens. A thorough search of the area has been done with no trace of them found, and the NYPD saying there was no threat to the wider public. There have so far been no reports of any injuries or arrests, and inquiries into the videos are said to be ongoing. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.